Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are mere fragments from the periphery of the African cultural and spiritual system. And so I'm still making that statement that Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are fragments from the periphery of the African spiritual and cultural system.
The legend Professor James Smalls with special guests Destiny Pendarvis and Tassili Ma'at. Get your tickets at Linktree/King Simon the Numerovational. Get them now. Your brother survived the dentist yesterday. Your brother survived the dentist. Have to get on my stethoscope and my doctor's whites on. Oh, woo! Your brother survived the dentist yesterday. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. Yeah, man, dentist ain't no joke, but I had a good time. I had a good time at the dentist, especially when you go into dentists that are ran by women. It's all women who ran the dentist's office. And I got to big up Dr. Tiffany. If you ever want to check her out, let me see. Their offices, she has like 5 offices. Is a beautiful sister. She's Aquarius like myself, which is interesting. She's born January 29th. And yesterday was a very interesting day because yesterday was the 28th. So I went, I lined up my dentist appointment for my frequency since I'm born on the 1st of February. Lined it up to a number that adds up to the number 28. My dentist, she's born January the 29th, Aquarius like myself. I'm in an 11-year personal cycle, so her 2 plus her 9 equals the 11. Her assistant was Aquarius, also born 2/16. She was born 2/16. Now, I go to this dentist regularly, but this time a lot of news changes. But these same people in alignment, born 2/16. And now remember, one of my power numbers is the number 16, or which is the 7, is one of my power numbers. The receptionist, Elizabeth, the first of all, her assistant is named Amari. And, I forgot her birthday, but I knew her birthday was around sometime. And then I said, I was there calling out numbers. She said, oh, because she had on a mask and I forgot her face. But I pegged everybody else in the room, their birthday. I knew, but her birthday slipped me. And she was born 2/16. Her birthday just passed. And what's so interesting, the receptionist, Elizabeth, big up to her, such a sweet lady. She is born March the 10th. And again, all the 1s, the 11s, and all my power numbers around me. Of course, I'm doing it on the 28th day. Everything was in alignment. So I went in and got out. They extracted teeth from the back. Was it painful? Of course it was. Slightly. But they try to numb me up the best way they can. But, Lordy, Miss Claudie. All right. Let me get down the count. Let me get the countdown out of there. Let me get the countdown out. Let me see that one. Let's keep it calm. We're talking about teeth. Let's keep it calm. I hope everybody's doing well. So everything was in alignment. And I purposely aligned it for that day, no doubt, because remember when myself or Lloyd or Jackie or whoever's doing numerology, Kaya, whoever's doing numerology or astrology or astronumerology or numerovation, it's important to align yourself. And when you're making pivotal moments in your life or things that you're doing that you want to make sure everything you're navigating so you can be in the right place at the right time. My appointment was for 1 o'clock. Sure it was. So, I lined all that up. I always check what times and I connect them with my power numbers or my most favorable. I don't call them lucky numbers, but they're the most favorable numbers that you can work with because all numbers have duality. And sometimes even your quote unquote lucky numbers or your power numbers can bring some changes and some challenges, but it probably, like I say to my clients, it probably won't last as long as it would if it was in your challenge numbers. And even your challenge numbers can bring some favorable, but you got to make sure that you add on to those favorable moments when you're in those challenge cycles. So numbers are very important as far as a guiding. So big up to Lloyd. That was Lloyd Strayhorn that was on Brother Rich's show the other day. Big up to Red Pill and Blue Pill and Brother Rich last night. I'll be there. You heard Rich in the chat. He wants me to bring on Dr. B. So I'm going to put on some fire when it brings up the Dr. B. He knows how we do. Rich knows me for many years to do what I do. So we're going to have a good time on March the 9th at the industry ATL. I think it's 400 Loyeta, I forgot the name of it, Drive, but it's in Atlanta. We're going to be there. It's called Industry ATL. So we're going to be there on the 9th for Brother Rich's album release party on the major platforms. Woo! But yes, today's subject, family, on Instagram. If you can hear me clearly, put the number 1 in the chat, please. If you can hear me clearly, if you can put the number 1 in the chat. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X. Of course, broadcasting on all my favorite places. Yeah, so if you can hear me, put the number 1 in the chat. Okay, something's going on. Did I freeze? Yeah. Okay. If you can hear me, put the number 1 in the chat. Okay, great. People can hear me. I just froze for a quick second on my computer edge. Let me put on my blue blockers because, hey, as much as I got to protect my teeth, I got to protect my eyes. And I'm going to break down the significance of that because today's subject, and that's why it's good to know the frequencies or the astrology or the cardology that you're born under. I come from a numerovational perspective. This, family, my numerovational babies. Star has his Star from Star Report has his troll babies. I don't have trolls. I have numerovational babies, people that wants to be numerovated and eventually help others to be numerovated. Hey, buy somebody a session, purchase a session for somebody, purchase a book for somebody. I think that but you got to make sure that you're not forcing anything on anybody, especially when it comes to children. You don't force nothing on no one. I tell people, some people want to pay for sessions for children. You can pay for a pre-recorded session about the child briefly, about their first name and their birthday, and it'll still run the same amount each child because I am taking up my time and breaking down all this stuff. Or if you have two children can hold on one 30-minute session. So if you have 2 or more, can hold on one 30-minute session. Two definitely, because I try to spend at least 15 minutes on each name and birth date, I can give you indications of what to look out for, and at least. But if you the adult book a session with me, I usually do children under 13 and under, or 13 or 14 years and under for free, just their name and their birth. They give you some brief stuff and what you need to keep them in line with and all that, something brief but I always implore that you let children gravitate to what they want. You let them gravitate to what they want. I believe that's very important, that they gravitate to what they want. And then when they get of age, probably around their rites of passage age or their bar mitzvah age, then you get a nice session for them. If they can comprehend and talk to me, that's beautiful. If they can't, and you're still learning them, because like Dr. Phil Valentine always says, children came through to teach us. Children came through. You came through to teach your parents how to be parents. They had to learn right there on how to be parents as soon as you came through, especially when the first child comes through. So if the mother and the father had some dealings with the first child for a good amount of years, so they more than likely preparing for the next child. But every child that comes through have their own personalities. You got to remember that every child that comes through have their own personalities. So even if they're twins, they still have their own personality. As you can notice with red pill and blue pill, you can see that personality, their different personality. The actress that starred with Michael Jai White in the Tyler Perry movies, that played his wife, she's a twin also. You can tell by, if you study the other twin who was a little more quiet than the other one, than her, you'll see the contrast. Even when boy-girl twins, you see the contrast with boy-girl twins. My brother has boy-girl twins. My sister, who used to host some of my show, Katana, have boy-girl twins. My brother Carlos have boy-girl twins. Boy-girl twins run in my family. So it is what it is. So enough respect to the twinning and the triplets and the quadruple. I have a friend that had triplets. Big up to Taliba and her tribe, because she has like 5-6 children. But she had triplets. She had 3 in one shot. Boom. So big up to her, man. Congratulations. An old friend. They grown up by now. But let's get straight into the subject matter right now. Boom. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Like, subscribe, comment, and share, because sharing is caring. I think this is a very important subject, and I want to delve into it briefly from a numerovational perspective, and why why it's very important, of course, to go to the dentist and check your oral hygiene, because that also leads to the rest of the body. These are bones that are needing to, remember, your teeth are bones. I remember Dr. Africa breaking down those things, that these are bones. If you look at a skeleton, that's the teeth are your bones. So when they're extracting teeth, oh my goodness, they're breaking bone. They're pulling it out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I did feel it, but I held on to that chair and I made sure I played some dental meditative music. Thanks to Dr. Shakira Moore. She was going through some pain in her teeth, and she was telling me, and she said she played some frequency music, dental frequency music. So my dentist, big up to Tiffany and her whole staff, man, at Polish Dental. If you ever check them at Marietta, they got one in Marietta. They got 5 different locations, but she's in Marietta, and in Georgia. And my dentist allow me to take that television that they have in front of me and play my frequencies when I'm there, my meditation style, my meditation music, whatever. If I'm getting my teeth clean over there, they allow me to change up the channel, and I change it to meditation or dental frequencies and all that stuff when I'm in that chair. So I'm already, before they come in, I'm already in mode. I'm already in meditation mode. Getting ready to receive what's about to happen to my body, because it's going to affect the whole body. And because the teeth are connected to those nerve endings, powerful experience. And no, I've loved dentists since I was a child. I've loved dentists since I was a child. I've loved dentists since I was a child. So, I've loved dentists since I was a child. As a matter of historical fact about me, The first time myself and my little sister went to the dentist, it was with my aunt, may she rest in peace, Aunt Tiny, Aunt Verena Record. Those in Jamaica knows her as a playwright and a journalist and all that kind of stuff. She spoke like 6 different languages. I hear 6 or more languages. But my aunt took us to the dentist. And the dentist had on the white coat and the whole thing, the whole nine. And back in the day, I remember dentists used to check your pressure. There's still certain dentists that check your pressure, make sure your blood pressure is right before they do any kind of surgical procedures on you. My dentist didn't do that, but the dentist in New York that Lloyd recommended me to, who was born on the 28th of January, which was interesting because Lloyd in Harlem, big up to her, he interviewed her. She's born the 28th of January. They took my pressure, and they take people's pressure to make sure that whatever you're going through at that moment of time, if it's any time of surgery or any type of if they're administering any type of anesthetics or anything to numb the teeth, they'll take your blood pressure. And I meant to ask Dr. Tiffany, but Dr. Tiffany's a younger doctor. The doctor that I met through Lloyd, born January 28th, she's a much older lady, much more seasoned than her. But both of them are very good at what they do. I can't doubt that. Both of them are very good at what they do. Enough respect to Morningside Dental in Harlem. Morningside Dental in Harlem. If you get a chance, check out that dentist. I think her name is Dr. Williams, if I'm not mistaken. But the primary dentist owner and the proprietor of Morningside Dental over there in Harlem, not too far from 125th Street. So if you're in Harlem, check out that. Google them up. Very good black women. Bunch of them black women, and I'm loving the black women stuff because most of my dentists were men, and the 2 that I know of was born under the number 5. Think about that. The year I'm born is a 5, but the word dentist has a lot of 5s in it, which is interesting. The word dentist, which we're going to talk about, have a lot of 5s in it. So, and it's not surprising that people born under the number 5 would do dentistry or people connected to the number 4 would do dentistry, or people connected to the number 1 would do dentistry, or the number 2. And I have it all up here. So I told you my dentist is born the 29th, 2 plus 9 equals 11, which is a 2. The one I met with Lloyd is born on the 28th, 2 plus 8 is 10, 1 plus 0 is my dentist from back in the day was Dr. Right there on Dean Street and Nostrand Avenue. His name was Dr. Burton. He had the Airbnbs, and I used to keep Dr. Blair over there and different people. Sarah Sutton said he stayed over there and all that kind of stuff. He was born June the 5th. Number 5, but his alignment number was a number 11. So that 6 plus 5 equals 11. That's that 11 frequency. And then my other dentist, before I left New York, prior to going to the Harlem dentist, was born November 5th. Another number 5, again, Dr. Hopkins over in Canarsie. He was born on November 5th, Dr. Hopkins. I don't forget birthdays when you start telling me. I get it in. But you know what I'm saying? I don't, forgive me. I can get out there. So it is very important that we take care of our dental. And in the study of numerology, if you've read my book or Lloyd Strayhorn book, you'll find that it's the number 8 and on the minor side, the number 4 that rules the dental world. When I say that, I mean, the number 8 really deals with bones, teeth, knees. So you really didn't have to say teeth at all if you said bones, because the teeth are bones. The teeth are bones, for real. So my life path is a number 8. When you add my birthday, 2 plus 1 plus 1967 adds up to 1970, and 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 0 equals that 8. So more than likely, throughout my life, I had to deal with either maintaining my teeth. That's why I love to brush my teeth. I love to floss. I like to keep the teeth. And probably eventually I'll have to go through some teeth issues or extractions and all that, depending. Usually a lot of sisters got to get their teeth extracted, especially after they had a certain amount of children, because I believe y'all lose a certain amount of bone density or something that's going on. Why a lot of women, I notice, when they have a certain 1 or 2 or 3 children, they start losing. I don't know the scientific breakdown of it, but I'm sure some of y'all have already studied or researched that. You know, I had an aunt that had, may she rest in peace. I had an aunt that had 12 children. It don't mean that all 12 of your teeth are getting taken out, but you do start losing certain densities in your bones and certain nutritional values in your body that might have to maintain it. But she did have a lot of teeth removed to the point I think she had to wear certain things. And then, so it is what it is. But I realized that, you know, because I used to love sweets a lot of sweets and a lot of things, you know, that's what it was. But when I went to the dentist as a child, my sister was, I think I was 6 years old. Yeah, somebody said, yeah, pregnancy can take a toll on the body. Yeah, it can. My aunt had 12 children from the same man. You know what I'm saying? So big her up. May she rest in peace. Cubano, Jamaican. Her and Uncle Roy, they had 12 children, same couple for the last, for so many years. They married until the death did them part. Until death did them part, they were still married. And so when I was young, I believe I was 6 and my sister was 4. So we just went with my aunt for a brief checkup so they can have fun and check our teeth. And they treated us so well. And this was in Jamaica, in Montego Bay, Jamaica. That was my first ever dental appointment. I remember with my aunt in Montego Bay, I think it was in St. James or something like that. At that time, she was living out there in Montego Bay. And she took us to a dentist. And the funny thing about me, at the end of the dentist checkup, they had 2 offers. They offered us candy or they offered us toothbrush. I took the toothbrush. My sister got the candy. I knew I was going to get some candy from her anyway. She was going to share with me anyway. So I took the toothbrush. You know, my cousin called me an anomaly back in the day. You're an anomaly. You know, I took the toothbrush, not the candy. So because my mind was always like, yo, you already just explained that you got to take care of your teeth and you're going to give us candy. What the heck's that all about? That's in my spirit, probably. Like, what the hell are you doing? But getting to the point, family, I don't want to keep none of y'all here too long. It's now 25 minutes in. I just wanted to break down what's the importance of dental, the numerovational perspective of dental and dentists. All right? So, I'm going to take you to the board. Now check out the vowels. Check out the vowels in this word. Only 2 vowels that's showing up in this word, and that's the E and the A, and it adds up to a number 6. In both of them, well, not both of them. And actually, and in the other one, in dentist, that adds up to a 14, which is a 5. Again, that 5 shows up. It have multiple 5s, all of them already. And then it adds up to a 6 again. Taking you to why I looked at the vowels before I start talking about that is because the number 6 is the number of balance. And it's one of the health numbers. You understand? It's one of the health numbers, one of the primary health numbers of bringing balance. So in coming to your dentist or dealing with any dental stuff, it's probably because if you're going through dental problems, that's probably because of an imbalance to what's happening to your teeth, of course, because it has to be extracted or something. You get a cavity, whatever. But remember, the number 6 in numerology is one of the numbers of love. So you got to think about what is it that you love that can be obstructive to your dentist or your dentals. What is it that we love? Because sometimes we eat a lot of sweets, We eat a lot of this, we eat a lot of that can obstruct our teeth. And there's a love that has to be paid attention to, because if love is the number of balance and harmony and forgiveness and all of that, there also can be an imbalance if you overly do something. And it's interesting that the number 20 shows up with the 2 and the 0, because remember, the 0 adds extremity to things. So if you, the individual, are suffering from dental issues, that means you probably did something extreme to have those dental issues, when the number 2 in its perspective is about having compassion to your teeth or your dental, having compassion and balance, because all even numbers are balanced numbers. Let me say that again. All even numbers are balanced numbers. The 2, 4, 6, 8 are all balanced numbers, different aspects and different perspectives of balance. Big up to Isaiah's wife who just texted me. Big up to you, sis. Selena. But the word dental adds up to 22. Master number 22. Now, in my book, and I do suggest, I'm trying to show y'all how to read a numerology book such as mine. Mine is more numerovation. But in my book, I talk about the number 22. And the word dental adds up to the number 22, master number. So even when you get into the dental field, you got to master it, because you're dealing with autonomy. You're dealing with the anatomy. You're dealing with the anatomy. So you have to study bones and what is connected to the nerves and all that kind of stuff. You got to know that, because if you plan on extracting and working on people's teeth, although death is not a common thing in the dental world, you can die from death. I Googled it up, but it's really minimal. It's really minimal. It's really minimal. It's not, that's not, it might be happening in other places and all that kind of stuff, but don't get scared. But that's really minimal, very minimal. If you Google up the amount of death in dentistry, is like 3 out of 700 or 800 people. 3 out of 700, 800 people. That's it. I mean, just on a smaller level. But the number 22 in my book, I talk about the symbol of a symbol of a good person blinded by the foolishness of others. So how can one with their dentals be blinded by the foolishness of others? The only way you can be blinded by the foolishness of others is because you are eating or doing certain things to your mouth or anything that's connected to your dentals that can cause problems to it. That's how it can be. That's how you can be blinded, because you might love sweets and you love candy and you love this and you love that. You love to drink sweet stuff. That's how you can be blinded when it comes to your dental. I'm talking about the people that love to eat emotionally, that eat garbage emotionally, that might drink liquor, because remember, there's a bartender giving you that. There's a club owner that made sure they opened up the place that facilitated that. Blind did. That's why it says a good person blinded by the foolishness of others. So even in the club that I've been in the club life for years, understand that we all knew what we wanted to get out of the club life. All of us that went into that club, I was there as a promoter, assistant manager, to help out the club MC. We knew the job was to get people to drink more, but we keep on forgetting. When you go into the science of it, you find that the liquor turns into sugar that can probably cause dental issues along the way. Can I get a number 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm talking about? Think about it. I remember explaining to my son when he was younger, Jordan, he's now 18 years of age. I remember we're walking him through the community and we was talking about the FDA, the CDC, the WHO organization. All of them work together. All of them have big board meetings together. They know each other. So the Food and Drug Administration also connects themselves with the Dental Association. Let me get that. Let me clear y'all. Let me show y'all. The Food and Drug Administration also connects with the Dental Association. So they know, the Food and Drug Association knows what it means to affect the dentals and what food that they can put out there and allow to go out there to affect the dentals. Remember, the WHO organization is the World Health Organization. And in order for them to make money, for you to have to go to a dentist or have to go to a medical place, is because they're saturating the place with possible chemicals and foods that can destroy you over time, destroy your teeth, destroy your body, destroy your bones, they work like that. It's corporation. That's why the late, great Dr. Laila Africa says that this is $1 billion industry. It used to be $1 million. It's $1 billion industry. This ease of the teeth, this ease of the body, this ease of every portion of our body can fall under this ease. It's $1 billion industry, and the dental or the teeth industry is no different. I paid $500 to $600 to extract 2 teeth yesterday. 2. It's money. And respectfully, everybody got to get paid. Everybody does their service. I understand. I got that. I understand. But we got to know that everybody worked together. So again, going to the dental, and I'm sure if I broke down the FDA and broke down all the numbers of and I ain't got the time to do that, so don't even think about it. FDA, the WHO organization, we broke down all of that out. We will find the mathematics. More than likely, you start finding 22 and different other health numbers around there. But in my book, I talk about good person. You could be the good person by the foolishness, blinded by the foolishness of others. And the foolishness of others is what they want to put in our foods, or what they want to put in our bodies through chemicals and all that kind of stuff. I'm just coming from a basic perspective. I'm not coming from a KT, the arch degree perspective where he breaks down the scientific stuff. I ain't doing the Dr. Africa thing. Forgive me, I have cotton in my mouth still all the way to the back of my tooth. But look, it's healing. I made sure, I said to myself, as soon as I got out of that chair, I said, this is going to heal fast. Sure enough, it started healing quickly. I started playing those healing frequencies. I'm just doing this, that. Got the painkillers and all that. Look, I ain't doing no herbal painkillers. It take a long time to do herbal painkillers, and the herbal painkillers don't last that long. So yeah, I got the Motrin. What do they call it? Ibuprofen or whatever they call it. Yeah, I got that. I ain't got to. This is all this because I don't want to deal with the pain like that. Now, I took all the pain in the chair already, but I'm just showing you how numbers are related to every little thing, both positive and negative. And all of them are health numbers. 22 is a health number, still adds up to a number 4, which deals with the teeth also. And 4 and 8, like I said earlier, are the primary numbers that can be officially connected to the teeth, although 8 is the primary number itself that deal with teeth. But all of them are health numbers. The 6, 2, 6, 22 equals 4. All of them are health numbers. All of it is health number. And it began with the number 4. Just the letter D in the Pythagorean and the Chaldean system, it adds up to, it's the number 4 that it rules. It starts off with. So and it is interesting. They said they said this years ago, and I remember I can't remember the source, but they said that dentists are some of the people that are dentists are some of the main profession that are thinking that usually go down the line of suicide. I don't know why that is. I remember researching it years ago that people in dentistry are the ones that usually end up or thinking about or going down the road of suicide. I was like, whoa. When I heard that, I was like, whoa. So I had to look that up. So it's still online about the dentist and suicide. Interesting enough, The word dentist as starts with a number 4. And 4 is one of the main mental health numbers in my book, Numerovational for Mental Stability. 5 is also a mental health number, but it deals with nerves, nervous energy that can cause depression. So you got a lot of 5, you got your 4s leading the pack and all that kind of stuff. You got a lot of 5s, and of course 3 pops up every now and then, and the L, of course. But those are all mental health, primary mental health numbers in my book. Remember, 4, 7, 8, 5, and 3 is what I've noticed over the years that can lead to mental disability or mental instability. Just that frequency if you don't learn to maintain a discipline with your mind. So I don't know why dentists go through that. I think trying to make people smile, you would be happy to make somebody smile. I don't know why that was the biggest field of people that committed suicide or thought about suicide. I wonder if it's the chemicals around them. I don't know. But that's what I remember reading and hearing years ago, back in the day. So let's go to the word dentist, because the word dentist adds up to a 28, which equals a 10, which is a 1. And being a dentist in your field, believe me, if you're good at what you do, you can be very, and I got to big up Catrice Austin. She was one of my dentists also, Catrice Austin. I just can't remember her birthday. I don't think I asked her birthday back in the day. But being a dentist is also very important to recognize, because if you ever want to go to the dentist field, I suggest people still go into the dentist field. Children, if you find that children are gravitating to teeth, like I could have been a dentist because I love teeth at my young age. I could have been a dentist, especially if you're born under that frequency. And if you're born under the 8 frequency, because 8 rules the teeth, the bones, the knees, you would do well in dentistry, bones industry, the intestinal industry, those type of industry will definitely do well. But the word dentist adds up to 28. And 28 equals the 10, which is a wheel of fortune number if you use it appropriately. And if you're going to align yourself with doing a dental work, I suggest always either find out their name or find out their birthday, so you know, and check out the address that you're going to, because the address that I went through actually added up to a number that I work with. So why I'm looking at the word dentist is because dentists also have the number 6 in the vowel area of it. The vowels, again, taking us back to healing. 2 and 6 take us back to healing. The 8 take us back to healing also. So anything you do with the dentist, you're always looking for some type of healing, especially with the teeth or the bones or anything connected to the bones at all. And because the number 1 deals with circulation, blood circulation, and how blood and the circulatory system in some form or manner, when you're dealing with the dentist, a dentist, I suggest, like they used to do, they should study the blood pressure. They should take people's blood pressure, because when you're extracting or dealing with people's mouth, a lot of people are very nervous about their mouth. Very nervous about their mouth. Some people are nervous about the breath. They're nervous about whatever is going on in their mouth, especially if they're not taking care of it. And a lot of people nowadays, they're putting on veneers, they're putting on implants and all that kind of stuff. They're doing all that. If that's what you do, that's your business. I understand a lot of celebrities that I've known and seen, they're doing implants and veneers and all that kind of stuff, because the dentistry is trying to make the first appearance of the person, that number 1 energy, that first appearance of that person look good, because that is how people are recognized, by their smile. Like I could walk through a crowd and keep my mouth shut and just move through a crowd quietly. But as soon as I smile, people remember my face more. So I open, although through the matrix, I could walk through the matrix privately and quietly when I shut my mouth and bow my head down. I've noticed this throughout my years in entertainment and in the club life and doing major shows. When I shut my mouth and move, nobody see me. But if I start to smile, Everybody, Simon, we are Simon, we are Simon, come here. Because they gravitate to the smile. So dentists are here to make sure that that number one presentation of who you are, that smile, it's very important to have. So when you present yourself, like the sister was saying, like Dr. Tiffany said, she said, I love your teeth, King Simon, and I don't want you to, I think you need a second opinion, a third opinion for this particular tooth, because I think we could save that tooth. She's into saving teeth, Dr. Tiffany at Polish Dental. She's into saving teeth in Marietta, Georgia. She's into saving teeth. So she told me straight up, she said, trust me on this, King. She's intuitive. She's born on the 29th. Her and Ma'a born the same day. Her and Oprah born the same day. Her and Supernova born the same day. Very intuitive people, no matter what you feel about Oprah. Very intuitive people. So when she said that, I said, you know what, go ahead. I said, go ahead. Do your thing, Doc. Do your thing. That's all, I couldn't talk. Do your thing, Doc. Do your thing. And she pulled out another tooth. Now, I want to break that down. Very interesting. Very interesting. I went into the dentist to pull number 2 on my left and number 18 on my right. But she had to take another x-ray. Her intuition pulled her to take. So remember now, I'm in my 11-year cycle. 2 + 1 + 8 = 11. I had to pull the other dentist that I went through. The Spanish, I forgot the name of but they deal with the root canals. The person that deal with root canals, she said I needed 2 and 18 pulled, which would have added up to 11, which I'm in 11. I was happy with that. I'm in my 11-year frequency. Cool. Show you how cycles and patterns work. I go to my regular dentist, Tiffany, as intuitive and powerful. So the Spanish doctor, the Spanish root canal doctor calls Tiffany and said, look, he might need to just extract it. We can't save it. She calls Tiffany. I end up pulling number 2, which definitely needed to be moved because that had a hole in it. And number 17, because 17 was obstructing 18 to grow or to strengthen. So Tiffany made a logical call or a spiritual, intuitive call and said, Simon, trust me on this. You need to pull 17. She sees what they're saying about 18, but she had to pull 17. And 2 + 1 + 7 = 10. And number 1 is my personal number. Number 1 is my number. So when she said that, I was like, okay. What's so funny? All the math is happening in my head. I'm like, okay, 2 and 18 with 11, but I'm already ready because I'm in an 11 personal year cycle. We're in the 2nd month. I'm good. Boop, 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 back. When Tiffany said, trust me, King Simon, Black woman, beautiful, beautiful family, husband. She got twins, all of that stuff. I love her. And I even congratulated her for her partnership of being with a successful husband, she being a successful woman, and having beautiful twin boy girls. When she said that, and now she have to remove the 17, she said, you know what? My spirit said this. This is what she said. I'm going with this, 17. And she removed 17, and everything started feeling better. Although the pain was there, it started because I think 18 was obstructing 17, so 17 had to be pulled. But everything was in synchronicity because 2 + 1 + 7 = 10, and I'm born on the 1st. 1 + 0 = and 17 is actually my life path number. When you add 2 + 1 + 1967, that adds up to 1970, and 1 + 9 + 7 = 17. So everything was like in alignment. I'm looking at it from a numerovational perspective. You might look at your situation different. I know when my math is in alignment, that means I'm navigating good. And then when she pulled both teeth, she pulled one first, and then she pulled the other one. And then I was just relaxing in the chair until it was ready for me to get up. And I said, yo, this is going to heal fast. Because I was playing the healing frequencies. I'm using all the armor of God. I even made prayer before I went up in the dentist room. You know, I was quoting biblical prayers and Quranic prayers. I'm putting on all the armor of God to do what I got to do, going to the dentist, because, you know, going to these surgical procedures can be very dangerous to your health later on. And if you don't have the right people, if you're not in the right alignment, if you're not in order with what you're supposed to do, then it can cause problems later on. So I'm glad I went through what I had to go through, healing real fast. Less blood, no more blood really pouring out. So everything was in alignment. That's what I'm trying to share with people. Everything is in alignment. Big up to Shaniqua. What's up? Yeah, those situations. Yeah, they could be something else, sis. Yeah, though. You're very intense, very intense. That's why I had on my meditation music. You know what I'm saying? That's so true. People would tell me my smile would, how they remember me. Yeah, that's how people remember people. And, you know, you and I, you know, Shaniqua, you and I born under that February 1 energy. You born the 19th. I'm born the 1st. So, yeah, our smiles are very important. So when you're dealing with the dentist is here to preserve your number one asset to attract people, which is the smile. That's why it adds up to 28, which is the 10, which is the 1. But it's a leading field. That's why it's a leading field that a lot of people, that's why it's a field that people constantly make money in, because of the number 1 energy and because of the number 8 energy. 8 is always money frequency, it's always attracting currency. But it has to deal with all the health factors there, 2, 6, 8. All of them is health. All those numbers is health factors. So whoever gets into dentistry, they have to be compassionate about it. They got to be balanced about it, and they will make money from it, because if in history, recent history, dentistry, people that's been going into dentistry have been going down the suicidal road, they got to bring balance. They have to maintain some type of balance. And anytime I see even numbers in any word or any name, it's telling me they have to bring some type of balance in their life in order for them to withstand the traumas of the other side of dentistry, because there is trauma on the other side of being a dentist, or the person that's behind the dentist in the dentist seat. And that's why some children are afraid of dentistry. You start hearing that saw and you start hearing all kinds of stuff. There was a bunch of European children that came into the dentist, because she treated a lot of people. She's a Black woman, man. She's tearing it up. Matter of fact, let me see her page, if I find her page on YouTube. On Instagram, so I can share it with y'all. I'm share a page with you. Good sister, man. Good sister. Polish Dental. I'm gonna share the page with you. There it is. There it is. I'm gonna show you this fine ass sister. She's my dentist. I'm gonna show you this beautiful sister. She's my dentist. She is my dentist right here. This beautiful sister, Tiffany. This is Tiffany. Black History Month. Celebrate Black excellence, baby. That's Tiffany. That's my dentist. Let's give her a round of applause, her fine self. And she's married now, so I don't try nothing. I'm very respectful. You know, so big up to Tiffany. That's my dentist. Give her a round of applause, man. Let's give her a round of applause. Yeah, look at her. Look at her. Look at that. Look at God. Look at God. Look at God, family. Look at God. She is gorgeous. That is my dentist, family. Oh, yeah, she be doing it, son. Now, I'm not going to take you to her personal page. These are some of her assistants. This is another partner of hers, Dr. Atherton. They own like 5 different dental offices throughout Georgia. Black women now. They own like 5 different dental offices throughout Georgia. Oh yeah, they beautiful over there. They beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. That's my dentist, family. That's my dentist. Her name is Dr. Tiffany Jameson Rand. Dr. Tiffany Jameson Rand at Polish Dental Centers. 5. She got 5 of them. She's the CEO and founder of Polish Dental. So let's give this Black woman a round of applause, family. Let's give this beautiful Black woman a round of applause. 5 dental services, 5 dental offices. Let's all give her a round of applause. Man. Yeah, man. Yeah. And hey, and she's and let me say something. Hold on, let me say something, man. Let me drop the applause. And yo, she has twins. And she's such a little bit, she's such a beautiful, small, and she's not even that tall. She's about 5'4", 5. Yeah, she's about 5'4". And she has twins that came out of her. So this sister here, I'm not gonna take you to her personal page. You'll have to find that, but but this is well, I think her personal page is up here. No, I'm not gonna. No, yeah, because she has a twin. She got her husband and everything. I'm just showing that respect, and big up to her. So that's my dentist family. That's my dentist. That's why I go there. I cherish the moments when I go there. And and she's not in all the glamour look. She's a dentist, so she's all in her scrubs and everything, looking all good. She born January 29th. Happy. And first thing I came in, I said, "Happy belated birthday, girl. Happy birthday." Okay, happy birthday to the staff that I know there. And I told Elizabeth, I said, "Look, I said, what you doing for your birthday, girl? I know it's coming up on March the 10th. What you doing?" "I don't know, Simon." "White girl, cool white girl." "I don't know, Simon. I'm just doing what I do." And she got 2 children too. So big up to them over there at the dental. And it's good when you can have people that your own people, showing you love, man. Yeah, she is beautiful. Very beautiful sister, man. Very beautiful sister. My man said, "Word up." You damn right. Word up. I love her. I love her. She is a gorgeous woman. You know what I'm saying? She is a gorgeous woman. She looks smart. Somebody said, and she look on Instagram. They said something, and she looks smart. Like she knows what she. Yeah, she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. She in Marietta. Big up to her. She's in Marietta. Wow, beautiful dentist, Kimberly. Yeah, wow, very, very beautiful sister. Very beautiful sister. So, also she'll also what she does is she'll let you know if you can get things like naturally done or organic stuff, and she'll tell you if you ask her the questions, because she know people have those concerns. She'll work with you. That's what I think. So I like that. So I just broke down what I went through in my alignment and just show you what, from a basic perspective, how important dentistry and dental is. Everything has a health frequency under it. I see all the health numbers under it. Circulation, diet, because the 2 rules of diet and stomach. And so you got to be very careful of what you eat and who you eat from. When you see a lot of 2s in your chart, or 2s in a lot of, or that adds up to a lot of 2s, that's telling you got to be very careful. That can affect your dental, your teeth through your dental, because of how you eat, because 2 is one of those numbers they got to be very careful what you eat in order for you to maintain the dental. In order for you to maintain that dental, you got to be very mindful of what you eat. So on that note, family, I know I had this white coat for me. Dr. Africa says, if you want your people to listen to you, put on a white coat. Dr. Africa used to be funny. He used to advise all of his students to put on white coats that were consulting people while they're meeting with their clients. So big up to people like Dr. Malika Ali. She puts on a white coat when she's meeting with her clients. She's certified. She's a certified this. She's licensed to do this. She's licensed to do that. So she put on certain things that actually invites people in to trust them, because something about wearing the white coat. This is actually a white coat. It's something about wearing a white coat that people have a trust for. And that's why Dr. Africa always says, tap into people's psychology with it. Tap into people's psychology. And if they trust the white coat that much, like they trusted other doctors in our slave history or in our colonial or in our history in general, then wear the white coat, especially if you're in the consultation form, if you're one of those counselors. And big up to Dr. Laela Africa and his wife. Make sure y'all support Dr. Laela Africa and his wife. If you want to be a consultant, if you want to be a holistic nutritional consultant like this, you become certified under Dr. Laela Africa's method. Remember, he did the whole ethnic thing. He broke it all down in different ethnicities and how to use it. So if you want to take their course, go to laelaafrica.com Let me take that scroll. Go to lailaafrica.com and take their course. Sign up for their course. drlailaafrica.com. I mean, not Dr. Laila. It's lailaafrica.com. www.lailaafrica.com. I think somebody stole his Dr. Laila Africa and was using it to sell products and all that kind of stuff. That's not his. Laila Africa is his, not drlailaafrica.com, but lailaafrica.com is his website. So if y'all want to take those courses, I believe it started already. Please go get those certifications if you want to be into the holistic health. Learn it all. I'm telling you, families, it'll be beneficial to you and your family in the long run. Remember, on the 3rd, we have Dr. Shakira Moore coming in. Dr. Shakira Moore will be in the building, my beautiful sister, one of my partners in Vibes. We've done workshops together. So loving your eyes. We're going to be speaking about the eyes and the eye health and importance. Again, eye health is important. Teeth health is important. All over your body, there's a different industry for every part of your body, both allopathic and holistic. There's an industry for every part of your body, both allopathic and holistic. And some people are blending the two and calling it alternative health. So big up to she, our beautiful sister. Do remember, April 6th and 7th, we got Professor Jane Smalls. Look, this is the last day to get those early bird tickets. Last day to get those early bird tickets. Last day to get those early bird tickets. The early bird tickets are $25. Last day, it's going up to $35. $10 up. It's going up on March the 1st. It's going up to $35. Last day to get those tickets. And remember, I'm coming to New York with Ma'a, Unc Rising Sun, Mama Ella on Saturday, April the 13th at Spiritual Legacies, Volume 8 with Sister Kafunya and our dear sister Monique Nicholas. And then the next day, I'm coming back again. It's a whole weekend with myself and friends, Lloyd Strayhorn, Adara Moselle, and Dr. Shakira Moore at Nicholas Brooklyn on April the 14th. So make sure y'all are there for those 2 days. It's a weekend with us, baby. It's a weekend with us. You know, when King Simon coming to town, it's a party. And then on the 27th, Rizza Islam comes in, baby. Rizza Islam is coming in to Nicholas for 2 days. The 27th and the 28th. They actually want me to stay for those. I'll think about it if I'm going to stay for those few more days. I'll think about it, but I don't like to, I got things to do. But big up to Rizza Islam. He's coming to Nicholas Brooklyn for 2 days, 2 days straight, Nicholas Brooklyn. All right. And they're going to be at the Restoration Plaza. Big up to my brother, my son, my little brother, my little son here, my firstborn. Yeah, him and his partners got a good studio called Green Studios, New NYC. Go get your consultation. Go get your merchandise consultation. Go get your audio recording. Go do your beat making, photo shoot, whatever you want to do. They got it over there, all right, to build your brand and build your product. Big up to Carrie Ann Ingram. Make sure you check us out on Wednesday. We got something coming up on Wednesday. On the 13th, I believe. Well, on the 6th, we're going to be coming in, but on the 13th, we're coming in. Make sure you support CarrieAnnIngram.com. Make sure you support CarrieAnnIngram.com. Make sure you support Lloyd Strayhorn, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. That's Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. And, of course, my audio book is coming out soon. Woo! After I heal up a little bit more, then I got to do that audio book and knock it right out. That's why I didn't want to do it yet, because I was going through some stuff with my teeth. So I want to make sure. And look out for the children's book, myself and Rainbow Art putting out. She's the illustrator, and I'm the writer for this book here called Let We Tell the Story, based on my reggae number 5 on the reggae chart song called Black and White Story. Let We Tell the Story. Get all my books through Amazon or go to my Linktree /King Simon the Numerovator. And there we go. If you want to book a session, I got 18 slots left in March. 18 slots left in March. If you want to book a session with me, please do what you got to do. All right. On that note, family, thank y'all very much for being a part of the journey. Thank y'all very much for being the loving person and the loving people that you are, the loving spirit that you are. I enjoyed everything, and thank you for allowing me to come on and do what I do. Best way I can do it. And have a great day, afternoon, and evening. This has been the Numerovational Perspective, Dental and Dentist. Everything has mathematics connected to it, family. Don't run from it, run to it. Take care, and we'll talk next time. Peace! Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are mere fragments from the periphery of the African cultural and spiritual system. And so I'm still making that statement that Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are fragments from the periphery of the African spiritual and cultural system.
The legend Professor James Smalls with special guests Destiny Pendarvis and Tassili Ma'at. Get your tickets at Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. Get them now.
Eye to eye, heart to heart, each one teach one us. This is Professor Imhotep, the Island Monk, here at Warrior Kido Jiu-Jitsu, Way of the Warrior Spirit. So we're here to go over the rules and try to make that as swift as possible for you guys. So the rules essentially are very few. Number one is to follow us on TikTok at the Island Monk, or if you have Instagram, you can follow us at Warrior Temple Island University, or if you really love us and want to show us support, you can follow us at both. You're going to find the Kata Shodachi, and you're either going to duet us on TikTok or collab with us on Instagram and win 10 tickets for every additional video you do beyond that. So as we say with all the warriors, eye to eye, heart to heart, each one teach one us.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerovator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.